Peace, families, BroLogas. And the concept is, we're on health. I've been talking a lot about health. And two things. One, it's interesting because in America, for one aspect, since this coronavirus thing has hit, America commercially does not talk about health, does not talk about diet at all. It only talks about vaccines. They're not even really talking about medicine, to tell you the truth. They like just letting you just go home with the COVID. If you got it, just quarantine and your body will figure it out. It's kind of weird when you think about it, because America is known for pushing medicines. Why is there no medicine? They're not even trying to do no medicine. They're just like, anyway. But the other thing, they're not saying anything about how you should eat at all. Which doesn't make sense, because if you're going to talk about vaccines and you're going to talk about giving you the virus or a partial of the virus, so that your body will then create antibodies, then you have to talk about, well, how is the body going to be able to create antibodies if it doesn't have the antibody making foods in it to begin with? I'm just saying, you need to have antibody elements in your body in order for your body to even make it. Your body's a factory. If you don't have the raw materials, you can come into a factory with all the instructions, which is what the vaccine is, right? The vaccine is going to give you the instructions on what you need to prepare and what you need to make. But if you don't have the raw materials, what's the point? So this whole give you the vaccine for the antibody, let's just say we go with it. Let's just say we go with that. Let's just say we all believe it and we understand it and we're for it. Why are you not speaking about what kind of diet one needs? You know why it's so important? Because you can't live without food. You can live without a vaccine. You can't live without food, without eating. So you can't live without eating that. I don't care what they might say, that there's no substantial amount of evidence or for research and blah, blah, blah. The research says that if you don't eat, you're going to die. So what is it about the food that's keeping you alive? If it's keeping you alive, that means, in what way is it keeping you alive? It's allowing you to, even children, they try to force children and families and parents to not let their children be vegan, saying it's unhealthy. How can an entire medical system tell you as a parent that your child needs to be a certain weight in order for it to be healthy? Health meaning that you won't get sick, meaning you won't get diseases or viruses, bacteria. They will not kill you or hurt you significantly. How can you tell and force and scare parents into these concepts? But then at the same time, when you have a pandemic, the world has never had a pandemic. Now all of a sudden we got this pandemic, and you don't talk nothing about the diet. So then I want to go into the drug part, because eventually they'll probably push drugs. I mean, they'll probably they push drugs on everything anyway, right? The weird thing is that they try to tell you that there's no substantial evidence that any herb or plant or vegetation will help combat any of these diseases or cancers or whatever. Cool. But then when they give you medicines, there's herb extracts in the medicines. They give you vitamins, they extracted the vitamins from plants and vegetation. They tell you to eat meat, but all the meat-eating animals that we feed off of eat grains and vegetables and plants. It's the contradictions. It's the things that they leave out. Something to think about. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.